Hey, what's up everyone? This is Evan Carthy from evancarthy.com. And as always, if there's anything you want to see me go over for my trade views, be glad to do it for you. Today, we're going to do a midweek look at the S&P 500, which is the ES futures. We're also going to look at oil and also Nasdaq to see what's going on with those markets and what can we expect from here on for the rest of the week. So starting off with the S&P 500 right here, let's zoom into the 15-minute chart. So from the video I put up, I believe on Sunday, this is a trade we're looking at, short setup right here. This is a current X at the bottom of this bluish tealish box right here around 28.80. And so price is squarely in it right there. Now it doesn't necessarily mean that price is going to go down and fill it down there from that level, but that's the current level we're looking at. If price doesn't hit that level but hits the blue line up here, then we're going to move the exit to the 76.4% Fibonacci retracement level, which is 29.12. And then lastly, for the last time we'd move it, if price just for some reason the SP 500 goes crazy, hits the 2.618 Fibonacci extension level up here at 31.42. Then we move the exit up here to the 100% level, 29.4150, and from there it doesn't move. So that's a 76.4% trade. That's one I talked about last Sunday. That's one we are currently square in. And like I said at the beginning of this week, I expected the market to move up higher. And as you can see, when the market opened, it did just that. Entered into this trade, and now we are squarely in it. So if we zoom out a little bit more, there's still another one that hasn't been hit yet, but this will be another short entry. The market comes up and hits this, and this will be around 29.70 right here. But I want to show you something else because we're also in another, well actually, excuse me, we are in, yes, another short setup right here, 76.4% short. And there it is right there. You see price come up, initiated right here. Let me draw a little rectangle box, makes it easier to see. There'd be the entry, bottom that line is the exit right there. Price never hit that. Come up there and hit the 100%. So currently, the exit we're looking at right here is at the 76.4 level here on the daily chart at 27.03. So it's in two short setups right now, the one up here we just mentioned, and then the one long-term chart, the daily chart. But I want to show you something on this is the actual S&P 500 September, the ES contract for September. And this is another thing that we're in right here. So we're actually in a long setup right there, because this contract that I was looking at, this is the continuous contract. It just keeps on going and going and going. But in the real S&P futures contract, they expire quarterly. And so this is one that expires third week in September. So this is a 76.4% long seb that we're in. Let me delete the trend lines right here. But as you can see, price came down, never hit the 50% to exit, came down at 100%, never hit the 76.4. So when it comes down, hits the 2.618. That moves the exit to the 0% line, which also made it black as well, easier to see. Chop the white box is exit level. Price continued to go lower, went down past the 4.236 extension level, and that started finding support all around here, you can see. And so we're looking for price to move up and eventually fill it at 29.70. So we're in a couple different things that we're looking at right here. We got a long setup here in for the S&P futures, and then we also have two short setups as well. So there's a lot going on. What I am looking to happen is I think price is going to go up, fill that 29.70 up here, get that long position out of there, and then once it does that, excuse me, once it does that, that would also move the exit up here, because excuse me, when it goes up to 29.70, and that moved the exit up here to about 29.13. But then, as I said a little bit ago, then we have this longer term one to look at down here. And so unless the market goes just absolutely haywire, S&P 500 goes up to 36.43, I would expect price to have a deeper retracement and come back down to 27.03 after filling that long up here at about 29.70. So it also made kind of like a little head and shoulders if it does do that up there before the retracement back down here. So that's what I'm looking for price to kind of come back up around this area. There's about the 29.70-ish waffle round right there, and then eventually come back down and fill that up, and that makes, if you're a pattern trader, pretty nice head and shoulders trade right there. So we'll go look at oil right now. We'll go to the 15-minute chart right here real quick. And so one thing I just want to show, because right now there's not really any trades based on how I trade that are going on, but I did want to show you how the 76.4, it just completed one. So using this high right here, this candle high 57.45, this low of 56.87, we'll go ahead and, because as you see, it came up and hit that purple line, which is the 76.4. Go down here, draw down to the bottom, zoom out a little bit. Price came up, excuse me, I went the low. There's the low right there. Price came up barely to the 76.4, and then came down, hit the 50%. So that just completed this trade this week. That short trade up here from 56.58 down to about 55.62. So that short is complete for the long side of it. So as of right now, here on the 15-minute chart, there aren't really any setups that are currently live. Now there are some that could happen if price makes a move lower. There would be an entry right here. Currently, if that stays the high right there at about 56.59, we'd be looking at a long 76.4 trade at about 54.63. And let's see if there's any. Well, this one just got completed over here. Let's move that up to right there. This one that just got completed this week as well. See price hit the 76.4, blew through it, hit the 0%, came up with the 76.4. So that one just got completed as well. So if there's going to be some more downside to it, there are some support levels to look at for any move going further. Let's see, that'd be another support level we're looking at here at about 53.26. So if oil does make a move down lower down here, there are some support levels around $52, $53 that's going to have to go through first before it think about making another low for it. But one other one I want to show right here, I think it was on the hourly or the daily chart. We'll use the hourly chart right here. This was, I believe, oh, this is a potential one coming up right here. So using that and that one, price does come up here and hits the 60s again up here. We're going to look for some resistance starting out and get the 76.4% trade at about 61.35. Exit would be 57.60, but price goes up and hits 64.71 first. Then exit moves to about 61.35, and then price goes really crazy. Oil just skyrockets up, which isn't going to happen, and hits 87.67. And the exit moves down here to 64.64. So if there is more downside coming to oil here in the near-term future, there's some support levels to look for on the way down. But if oil spikes up right here and gets into the short setup, we'll definitely be looking for some resistance once it hits the 61 level, or even as high as the 64 level, because it's not going up here to 87.67 without completing one of these areas down here first. Now for the Nasdaq right here, zoom in here a little bit right here. Basically what we're looking at right now is we're waiting on some setups for right here. This is going to be a 76.4% setup. See price come up to 76, hit the 123, initiates it. So what the exit we're looking for right here is, or excuse me, the entry for the short setup to hit 77.2850. Move and that would make the exit down here, 50% line, 77.0225. Then goes up here, but if it goes up and hits the blue line here first, then moves the exit down the purple line. And then finally, price just goes nuts, goes up to 79.1350 without hitting those exits. They move the exit down here to the 100% line at about 77.52. So that's a short setup that we're looking for the Nasdaq right there. Like I said, I was looking for some other trades for it. There is a long setup we could be waiting on if price does collapse for it right here, using that one. Bringing that up over here. Get that. And there could be a long setup down here, some support down to 75.04, down to 74.26. If the Nasdaq does crash. So definitely kind of right now for the Nasdaq market and also the S&P 500, it's kind of just wait and see mode of which way it wants to go next. Does it want to go up and start hitting some resistance levels to see what's going to happen, or is it going to make a drop down, hit some support levels and knock those out first? So it should be pretty interesting. I'm expecting some movement to start happening. It may not happen this week, maybe a week or two after some consolidation. Because as you can see, like especially right here in the Nasdaq, I mean, it's pretty much been just straight up and down moves. You have that move straight down, up, down, then a huge move up, huge move down, up again, straight move down, and now we got some consolidation going on right around here. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here moving forward, but there's definitely some setups going along each way right here. So when price breaks out of that, I don't trade from these flags or panics, whatever they are, but they're interesting to know. But there are also a lot of false breakouts, but that's what's happening right here. So definitely the market is getting ready to set up for a move either up or either down, but either way it goes, it doesn't matter. We're just looking for the setups that or I'm looking for the setups that fit the way I trade, and so right now it's just kind of in wait or see mode for those three markets. All right, that's it for today. If you want to see me go over anything, be glad to do so. Just let me know. Again, if you go to evancarthy.com, I got reviews, I got things that help me to help improve my trading through meditation. So just let me know what you're looking for. I'm glad to help you out. We're all in this journey together. So take care. Talk to you later. Bye.